Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Beginner Music Theory video number 6. In this video, we're going to talk about chords and their inversions. You'll have root version, which we've covered on this channel. We're about to cover it again just to clarify. First inversion, then second inversion. Well, what that means, the root version means that the root is the lowest note. Lowest note, root. First inversion means the third of the chord is the lowest note. Second inversion means the fifth of the chord is the lowest note. So we take something like a C major chord. We got the 1, 3, 5 there. But we're going to move the C up to the highest note, which won't lend to a ton of instability of the chord, but the third will be the lowest note. And then you get this. That's technically a C major chord still, but your third is the lowest note you're hearing. Now, if the root's the lowest, this is what you would hear. Okay? And you can hear how it colors the chord just a little differently. Especially so take that same idea where you've got, the third, and then you go up a minor third, and then from that note you go up a fourth. If you take that same shape and move it down to kind of the same register we were just at, you'll kind of hear. So there's the C. There's first inversion of what's actually a G sharp chord. Because shape lends to some instability when you have it down there. Depending on which register you're in and what other things are going on musically, it might not sound too much weaker. You're kind of weakening the chord is essentially, a good strong C is going to have a C down in the root and a C up top. A whole lot of C. It's a big full chord. But we're taking it apart, and now we've got that third in the bass. And actually, you know what? We can make the third the highest note, too. Now, you're hearing a major chord, but the bass note's not there. You're not hearing this definitive C chord now. We're hearing that it's a major chord. Okay? Now, the other inversion, the fifth of the chord, in this case, the G becomes your lowest note. So that's, the fifth of the chord, up a fourth to the root, and from there, up a third, a major third, to the next note. Okay, now down in the same register, that would sound, like that. So, second inversion of C major chord would just be like if you're playing the low three notes of a C major and then through the G in the bottom. So it gives this illusion of a chord change even though there's not been a chord change. Or you could throw the E in the bottom. Now, when I threw the E in the bottom, it really discombobulates the chord a little bit more because I've still got the C as the next note. Now, a true, textbook inversion would not go that way when you invert. So the first inversion, you go from, root version is 1, 3, 5. First inversion would be 3, 5, 1. Second inversion would be 5, 1, 3, if you want to think about that way. So if you see the fourth, the shape of a fourth in the bottom of a chord, that means you're going from 5 to 1 in the bottom half of that chord. You're getting still getting all 3 notes of the chord. Like right now, what I'm fooling with here, they're all second inversion chords. But it just colors them differently, almost darker, one might say. And that's kind of up for you to decide. Do you like that? You don't like that? Or you just need to know the information, and that, well, folks, that's the information. Now, on a first inversion chord, you're going to see a third in the bottom and then a fourth from that second note up. There you go, guys. That's chords and their inversions. I hope you enjoy the information. I hope it makes sense. I hope you could start to see, like, during a piece of music, you may want to invert chords to maybe go to the next thing. Or like you could go from your C major chord, throw the G in the root, and then switch to the G. It kind of smooths that transition as opposed to... kind of smoothing out that transition or hinting at what's to come next while you're still on the last thing. So it's kind of what they would call an anticipation of what's coming next. So yeah, that's all I want to cover in this video. Keep it kind of short. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.